Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, what this video is about Steelers 2022-2023 season analysis. I'm going to go through different categories. Got a lot of stuff on the list right here. And so break it down, going through the roster and going through how I think the season went and just giving people grades and giving the coaches grades and just going through everything. So starting off first, we're going to start off with the notable rookies, the most notable rookies. And on the first on the list, I got Kenny Pickett. He had a B. I'm going to give him a B for his efforts throughout the year. Kenny Pickett showed some toughness and showed some heart when he came in against the Jets game at halftime. They put him in, and he went out there and scored 2 rushing touchdowns. He had 3 interceptions on the game, but some of them was some tip-up passes, and one of them was a interception thrown when he tried to get Chase Claypool a chance, and he got mossed by a 5'10" cornerback. That's a story for a different time. But, yeah, Kenny Pickett went out there and showed some heart. The kid showed heart. I don't call him a kid for it. He's older than me. He's 24. I'm 21. But Kenny Pickett went out there and showed some heart. He showed some toughness, and he showed that like what the Steelers need at the quarterback position, that fire and that just bring that energy to him. Because like when we see a little swagger too when he was out there playing, when he stood in the pocket, took the hit, got up talking smack and stuff, and the fans fed into that. The players saw that probably too, fed into that, and then people start getting behind him. And then we see him how he got better and better. He had his first win against the Bucs. See him play the full game, but he had a good drive that game. But when we really started seeing him get better and better when he came out to the bye week, when he played against the Saints. We saw him play good against the Colts, against the Falcons, against the Raiders, against the Ravens, against the Browns. We started seeing him playing and start stacking up and start getting comfortable, start getting into the groove and start showing that he is a number one, not number one overall, but he is a first-round draft pick, and he is meant to be where he's at, like that. So I love that Mike Tomlin instilled him with a lot of confidence, instilled him with a lot of trust, and put that into him. And the guys start playing, and the players start feeding off of that too. And the team start getting together, and they went on a good run, 4 games on winning streak at the end of the season. We beat the Panthers, we beat the Ravens, beat the Raiders, and then the Browns. So yeah, 4-game winning streak. They ended off, and Kenny Pickett went out there and played tremendous football. In the first half, he had a lot of turnovers. Trying to force the ball down the field, trying to make some big time plays happen. And then the second half of the season, he went out there and played more poised and more mature football. In the words of Mike Tomlin, like I mentioned before multiple times, he grew up. He went out there and grew up. He played amazing football, went out there and delivered. And the chemistry between him and George Pickens started doubling and getting up there. Jesse Johnson and him started fighting each other. And then Pat Freiermuth, everybody started clicking like that. And it was very amazing to see. Next up is George Pickens. I gave George Pickens an A. He just came in the league with so much confidence. We see him in training camp. Remember, we kept talking about him every week. I think I had a video on him. It was saying like, oh, is George Pickens going to be the number 1 receiver? In my opinion, next year I think he's going to be number 1 receiver. Mr. Johnson, of course, is still cool. He's still good and stuff like that, of course. But George Pickens just had that, like when he's covered, he's open type of player. One of those guys who's I think about 6'1", 6'2", like that. He can get up there. He can jump out the gym. Like that, so you can just throw the ball in any area. He can come down with it. And him and Kenny Pickett got kind of got that groove going with the back shoulder passes and stuff. They got on the same page with that. And George Pickens, he catches a lot of contested catches, and he come down with them majority of the time. Like he just go out there and just make some big time plays. But he came in with so much swagger. And earlier in the season, they didn't really use him a lot. But then they start later down the line, started using him a lot more. Especially Kenny Pickett when he got in, he started using him a lot more, and they started firing. I think he had 801 receiving yards on the year. I think 50-something catches. I think he had 50 catches on the year, 801 receiving yards, and 3 touchdowns? 3 touchdowns or 4 touchdowns? I think it's 3 touchdowns. Yeah, these 3, maybe 4. Might be 4 touchdowns. I gotta look at it again. I know he had 800 yards though. But George Pickens went out there and played amazing football. He came in with swagger. Came in with that number 1 receiver mentality, and he's going to be the number 1 receiver. And it's great the Steelers got these young guys on these rookie contracts. They got a lot of cap space, so the Steelers should go out there shopping, and they're going to add maybe another O-lineman, use some money to add O-lineman, left tackle, and then use some more money maybe to go out there and add some luxury, just add some guys that make your team better standing. I thought the team right now, for a rebuilding year, for a transitional year, rebuilding year, a reloading year, whatever you want to call it, the Steelers did pretty good, 9-8. You missed the playoffs by a little bit, by 1 game, like that. So for that to have that type of year and still have a winning record and still be competing and still almost make the playoffs, and you have all these, you're gonna have some good draft picks. You have 4 draft picks in the first 3 rounds, I believe so. Yeah, because you got two seconds, and you got the first and third. Yeah, so you got 4 draft picks in the first 3 rounds, and you got a lot of cap space. So the Steelers should make some splashes in the offseason and free agency. We should see some big time things happen. Moving on next is Connor Hayward, is the other rookie. Connor Hayward, I give him a B minus. When his number was called, I know he had a lot of big time plays early in the year, but when his number was called, he made big time plays. I think next year they're gonna use him a lot. Had him and Pat Freiermuth out there, and Connor Hayward, one of those freaking nature guys. Those guys who are just like he about 260 or 70 pounds, and he can move pretty good. And he can jump very well, and he got some strong hands. He can run the ball, he can hand the ball off, and Connor Hayward gonna be amazing to have for the future. And the double tight information we're gonna have with Pat Freiermuth and Connor Hayward gonna be crazy. Zach Gentry, he do his thing too, blocking and stuff. But Connor Hayward, he's way more athletic, So having him and Pat Freiermuth just feast, it's gonna be nice to see like that. So I'm giving a B minus. I had DeMarvin Leal as a runner up on this notable rookie list because he was playing well before he got injured. He was they would use him all over the line. They would use him everywhere, every different spot. He's very versatile. He can put him in different spots. So hopefully he come back fully healthy next year because he's gonna be a big key factor and big part of the defense. And he was playing well. Like he had a lot of deflections, pass deflections too at the line of scrimmage. He was quick with his hands like that, and just getting up there and just blocking something, making something happen, and just went out there and just. It was nice to see, a rookie let's get like in the groove because remember not Tyson Lulu, it was. I can't think of his name. Stephen Tuitt retired. Remember, he retired before the season. So DeMarvin Leal, a little pressure on you. He had to step into fill that role. Stephen Tuitt wasn't a bad player. He was a pretty good player like that. He was like one of those guys who were like borderline Pro Bowler type players. So he went out there and had to fill that role for him. But I think DeMarvin Leal going to be a very good addition next year when he's fully healthy. It's going to be nice to see for sure. Moving on to the 2022 best players. First, I got Minkah Fitzpatrick. Minkah Fitzpatrick is an A+. Gave him an A+ grade. What more can you ask for from a not strong safety, a free safety? He does everything. Minkah Fitzpatrick, last year, he showed you guys that he can get downhill and make the tackles. He had over 100 tackles. He had a lot of tackles last year. He was going crazy last year getting downhill because the run game was struggling. This time, and he still played good. I thought he should have made the Pro Bowl last year as well. But this year, the run defense got better, and you see Minkah Fitzpatrick in his best form. He's able to do the things that he can do the best, and that's cover, and just pick his poison and just read the quarterback. 6 interceptions on the year, a career high for him. Just went out there and just played that all-pro level football. And I believe he's going to be a 3-time all-pro because this year he's definitely going to get there. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler, and that man, he's on his way to getting the Defensive Player of the Year one year. I think he's going to get it maybe next year. I had him as a favorite this year. I thought he was start off hot, had a little stretch where he was like a little in a slump, not a slump, but a little stretch where he kind of like cooled down a little bit, but then he came back hot at the end of the year. So I think he still got a good chance maybe to be a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know if he's going to win it. Probably not. I think probably Bosa going to probably win it, Nick Bosa. But I think next year because Fitzpatrick got to win Defensive Player of the Year. That'd be awesome to see. The next player on the list, I got Alex Highsmith. I gave him an A. Alex Highsmith has, 14.5 sacks. Went out there. Oh, is it 14.5 or 15? He's 14.5. But he's I think he's fifth. No, he's sixth with sacks. He's sixth in sacks, and he's tied first in forced fumbles. He went out there and just showed you why the Steelers drafted him when they drafted him. And he like every year you see him, he improved. The first year he was here, we see a little flash at the end of the year, and then the following year we see him put like 5 or 6 sacks, and then this year just jumped to 14. And I know people say, well, TJ Watt on the other side, but TJ Watt missed like 8 or 9 games. And some games TJ Watt was like banged up. People were really doing a lot in some of those games. And we see Alex Highsmith was still feasting and was still beasting out there and making plays. So a full season with him and TJ Watt both at their peak and both healthy is going to be very, very good to see like that. So hopefully we can get that next year. And then last player, I got one of the best players of the Steelers in 2022. It was tough to kind of decide because I was looking through stuff like that. I was thinking of Cam Hayward and stuff, but I thought of a guy who turned it around and who's been playing tremendous football the past like 10 weeks. And that's Najee Harris. Najee Harris has turned it around. He's the first ever Steeler rookie to rush. Well, not Steeler rookie, but first ever Steeler player to rush for 1,000 yards to start the career off back-to-back years. Start the career off, and Najee Harris went out there and played amazing football because at the beginning of the season, he had the metal plate in his foot. He had the Liz Frank injury, and he was a little sluggish. We see him doing some things that was unordinary for Najee Harris. He catch a ball. Instead of like running to the sticks, he trying to do too much because like the foot injury can explode like he wanted to. But after like close to the bye week, and like when the bye week came, and after the bye week, that man went out there and just beasted. He feasted and went out there and just was dominant. And he went out there and played amazing football at the goal line, getting in there. He had 7 touchdowns again this year. I feel like he should have had 8 touchdowns. You know, that touchdown that happened the Browns game. They said he wasn't in, but he was still up. We should have challenged that one, but we're trying to rush and get get some points and stuff. But Najee Harris is the player. I gave him a B+. I gave him a B+. That's an A-. Cause I gave him a B+. That's A-. I wish there was a grade between those two, but whatever that is, that's what he is. Moving on next to coaching. Coaching, starting off first, the offensive coordinator, Matt Canada. I'm going to give him a C-. At first, early in the season, I had him at a D+, like around that. But I'm going to give him a C-, because he went out there and and kind of adjusted and made some things happen later in this season. We'll see some good plays and see some good drives from him, like here and there. But then sometimes you'll be like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Like, we see some plays that kind of kill the flow of the drive. You see some good stuff. Okay, there we go. And then something crazy happened. He'd do some type of weird play. He'd be like, oh, we ran that play for, and to kill the whole energy of the drive early in the year. And after the bye week, we see him get better and better, and help us put some points up. We still was lacking in scoring department. We should have scored a lot more. There's some missed field goals here and there, so they kind of mess up the score totals too. But McCann, I think he fixed it around a little bit. I had him at a D plus at first. Moved him up to C- after seeing the stuff he did over the past, few weeks. This grade right here been changing, ever changing. I think I did it last year too. It was ever changing, so I've been grading them throughout the year, seeing some of the best people. But yeah, Matt Canada's a C- for me. I know I'm rambling a little bit, but stay with me, guys. Defensive coordinator Terrell Austin, I'm gonna give him a B-. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a B- because our team did lead the league in interceptions. We had 19 of them. That was very good to see. Our DBs and stuff make big time plays, and some of our linebackers, TJ White had 2 picks himself. So it's great to see make some big time plays. And Terrell Austin, I think overall the run game was better. The run game was better like that too defensively, and I feel like the coverage, the secondary was had its struggles here and there. It was getting beat by some teams like that. But I feel like the goal line defense was a good plus for him as well. The run defense and the goal line defense, because sometimes we get laid on the field and teams that drive on us and just keep getting first down, especially on 3rd and long. It'd be some crazy stuff that happen. But in goal line, the Steelers hold them to a field goal to hold them to, and they never score on them like that. So I like that by Terrell Austin, getting the team locked down, bend but don't break type of style. And the team led the league in interceptions, so he was doing something right and putting Cam Sutton in the right spot. I think this is Cam Sutton's best year. He went out there and played amazing in the slot. Arthur Maulet went out there, underrated player as well, amazing in the slot too. So I'm gonna give Terrell Austin a B-. And Mike Tomlin. Head coach Mike Tomlin, I'm going to give Mike Tomlin an A. This is his 16th straight winning season. I know people will say, and some fans be like, oh, are we playing for winning season? Are we doing this and that? You can't win a Super Bowl every year. And I know it's tough. I know you want to see us win a playoff game. We win a playoff game since 2016. But it takes time. It takes time with transitional phases and stuff like that. Some teams take a little longer. But I think right now we're at the stage where we can actually go out there and we have all the money in the world, a lot of cap space. We have a lot of draft picks early on. We can go out there and we can actually build this team up to get to the Super Bowl contending level. I feel like the Steelers is really right there, a few pieces away. So we're really a playoff team. We missed the playoffs, but it's the same. This team right here is kind of the same as last year a little bit. I think it's more talented though, but it's kind of the similar type of style like that. They had their struggles, but I feel like with the cap space we got coming to this free agency right here, probably the most we had in a while like that. We ain't got no big time quarterback contracts, no big time other contracts. We pay our guys already in the past, so we got a lot of cap space coming to this year, and we got a lot of draft picks too, draft capital. So hopefully we can use those picks and use that money right. I think Mike Tomlin and Khan gonna do the right thing and get some guys in here, and we can probably make a run for a Super Bowl hopefully next year. But I'm giving Mike Tomlin an A though. He did a great job and turned the team around, starting off with 3-7, and flipping it around and finished the season off 9-8. It was amazing. And he never. I like the interview he had with the video he had before the season when we was losing. He said, "I'm gonna hold you guys to the same standard. I'm gonna hold you guys to the same standard. I'm gonna hold you guys to the same level of what's the word I'm looking for? Not the same standard. It was the same." Expectations. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm gonna hold you guys to the same expectations that I did throughout the year. I ain't gonna change it because we losing, because we down. I think at that point we was down we was 2-5, something like that. He said, I'm gonna hold you guys to the same expectations that I hold you guys. I feel like you guys can be this level. And I think that actually resonated with the team well, and they fed into that confidence Mike Tomlin gave them, and they used that to fuel them throughout the year. And we seen that the bye week when we kind of readjusted and kind of got in line a little bit, see the team playing very different, playing hungrier, and playing that fight and that fire. I think next year those young guys that are on the team and the new guys on the team are gonna feed into that and be like, okay, this is the way. This is the Steelers culture. This is the way to go out there and to fight, to keep winning, to go out there and keep pushing. No matter what the score is, no matter what your record looks like, you're going to compete every single day. And hopefully new players that's coming into the Steelers who want to join the Steelers, they see that too. But like this team right here is a fighting team. I want to go play for that team right there. So hopefully that draws some free agents as well. And moving on next to notable pickups. Miles Jack, A-. Miles Jack, I think he was our leading tackler. He had a lot of tackles. 100, was it 120? I might be mistaken. You guys can correct me in the comment section if you want to. But Miles Jack was a big time pickup. A-. I'm gonna give him that because he helped in the run game a lot. And him covering skills, we see him make some plays too throughout the season, but it helped the run game a lot. So Miles Jack was a big time pickup. Hopefully we can keep him around. Demonte KZ, even though he was suspended most early on in the year and he had the injury, when he came back, he made a nice impact. I'm gonna give him a B+. He made a nice impact to the team. His coverage skills, he had 2 interceptions, right? 2 interceptions on a short little period of time like that, making big time plays, big time pass breakups, and just he's great in coverage like that. So having a 3-type safety that we was kind of running with Minka, KZ, and Edmonds, that type of style we was running like that, a little bit was very cool to see. And Demonte KZ was a big time pickup, so hopefully keep him around as well. Levi Wallace, I'm gonna give him a B-, another notable pickup. Levi Wallace made some big time plays. He went out there and just like I feel like he's a good number 2 corner, and he's an all right number 1 corner. Like that, we had to guard some guys right there, but he did a good job against Devontae Adams. He had safety help, of course, but he did a good job with Devontae Adams here and there, and some good jobs against other guys too, and just being physical out there, just showing they can be physical and getting your face a little bit, and not scared to like put a hand on a receiver. Because some people go up and man to man or go up and press, and they'll never press anybody. They don't like ever touch the receiver at all. They just get up there and get beat off the line. But Levi Wallace was showing aggression a little bit and just showing that he can go out there and be a good number 2 corner. I thought we could still go out there and maybe find another 1 corner back as well. William Jackson, at least the next part of my list, was the most disappointing players, which was Killer Witherspoon, a guy who I thought was going to be at least pretty good throughout the year. We seen him week 1, got torched by Jamar Chase. We like, okay, this is a little fluke. Then we see him get torched by Nelson Aguilar, and we see him get torched by the other guys later down the year. We're like, dang, man, come on, Witherspoon. And, yeah, he was a disappointing player. Hopefully he turn around, for his career, but I think the Steelers probably release him, most likely. And then another guy is William Jackson, the guy we traded for. I think we traded a 5th or 6th round pick for him. I don't know if the Steelers knew that he was injured when they traded for him, and they just wanted to get him in there, building so he can learn some stuff, and they're going to sign him back on a shorter term deal. Maybe they do that. Sign back to a short term deal. He 29 or 30, so he's a little older. Sign back on a short deal like that, maybe a cheaper deal. He'd be another cornerback who can play man-to-man defense and stuff like that. But you also can draft another guy as well too. But those are 2 guys I feel like the most disappointing like that. I had Chase Daniels on the list a little bit, but he got beat out by William Jackson. And then another part of the video is the underrated players. Cam Sutton, Arthur Marlette, and Larry Ogunjobi. Those 3 guys right there, I feel like they're very underrated. Larry Ogunjobi didn't put up the big time, sack numbers that he had in other teams like that. But you watch the games and watch the impact in the run game, the way he helped transform the run game, him and Miles Jack and all the other guys, it's just getting better and helping us stop the run. It helped out a lot. Larry Ogunjobi was very underrated this year. And Cam Sutton, I think this is probably his best year statistically, really, in my opinion. And he was just out there playing great football out there in the slot and just doing his thing. He can play outside too when he needs to. And Arthur Marlette, another guy too, another sneaky guy that we got in the slot who's very physical. He's not scared to go up there and make some tackles and get some tackle for losses and go up there and hit a running back or not. Or so like that. So it's great to see those guys like that emerge and play amazing football, tremendous football throughout the entire year. Those 3 guys, in my opinion, are the most underrated players on the team. And that's really it. I think I wrote my summary analysis. So this season showed me that the young guys on our team can fight through adversity, turning around a 2-7 start to a 9-8 finish. This gives me hope for the future. And I feel like we are a few pieces away from a ring. And I actually believe that too. I know coming to this year, at first I was kind of being like a spoiled fan a little bit. I was like, we'll be good. We probably win 12 or 13 games. But not actually looking at and assessing what had to go on because you had a new quarterback and you had a young rookie quarterback. And then you had a lot of young guys getting acclimated to the team. And then you had a young O-lineman, O-line, basically the new O-line too. To build some chemistry up. And then you had So the defense, I feel like the defense was I was very confident in defense, of course. I think the defense was already there, and just add some key pieces too, like Miles Jack and Larry Ogunjobi and stuff. But I was kind of a little overconfident about the offense and thought the offense they'd be fine. They go out there and average 25 a game or something like that, and they didn't do none of that. But this coming into this next year, I feel like I have a better feel because I feel like we have a lot of money and a lot of cap space to go out there and make a big time splash, maybe one or two. And hopefully we can bring Tremaine Edmonds, the other brother of Edmonds. That'd be great to see. Bring him in. And I know some rumors going on, and it was like maybe the Rams, because Sean McVay might retire. So maybe the Rams have no draft picks either. Maybe the Rams will go out there and be like, hey, we'll trade Matthew Stafford, we'll trade Jalen Ramsey. If Jalen Ramsey on the market, he's like 25, 26. And they say they asked him for, we have a second round pick. The second round pick we got with the Bears. That's kind of like a first round pick. Trade one of those, and maybe a fifth round pick for Jalen Ramsey. I would definitely do that. An all-pro cornerback, Jalen Ramsey, a 3-time or 4-time Pro Bowl all-pro. So I'd definitely trade that for Jalen Ramsey. That'd be amazing to see. But that's just a little rumor thing that people have been going around with, thinking Sean McVay retired, and then they'll probably trade some guys away. But if Jalen Ramsey available and it's reasonable, not nothing crazy, where they trying to ask for 3 first rounders like that, but they asking for because our second round pick is kind of like a first round pick really, because the Dolphins are strict and stuff, so they ask for a first round pick. We give you that first, and we give you a fourth for Jalen Ramsey, and a guy who's already established. Imagine Jalen Ramsey, Minka, TJ Watt, man, that'd be crazy right there. And then you can use other draft picks to go draft and add some other pieces you need. That'd be nice right there. That'd be nice to see. But hopefully that can happen, or hopefully something can happen, or we can draft an elite level cornerback in the draft. I haven't been watching a lot of college football. I've seen a little bit. I'm about to watch the national championship game. Actually, in a little bit, couple minutes. I think it's 10 minutes to go. And then the national championship, TCU versus Georgia. I got Georgia winning that game. I feel like it's gonna be a very close game. I think Georgia could probably win 33-27. 33-27. I think it'll be a game-winning touchdown drive like that. It'll be great to see. But yeah, hopefully we can draft some of those guys. I'm gonna do some scouting on some of these guys and do some analysis, breakdowns, and a lot of different things on a lot of these college players and stuff. I'm not rambling on, guys. Some of you guys probably left the video already, but it's okay. But I'm gonna try to do analysis and get the analysis stuff ready. We got a lot of stuff planned. I got a lot of videos planned for the off season. Got some draft analysis, of course. We got free agency, of course. We also got me trying out on some of our players' workout and diets for a little fun video. Got some receiver on one-on-one drills. Well, not one-on-one drills. Receiver versus cornerback one-on-one little battle. We'll go to the field and play that. And got a lot of videos coming. A lot of great videos coming. So stay tuned and stuff. I'm rambling on, but it's okay. But that's all I got for this video, guys. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time on the channel, which will probably be the game picks. I'm going to do the playoff game picks, which will probably be on Thursday night. So be tuned in, stay tuned in for that. And I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace out.